Hello and welcome back. Okay, so now we talked about the UI. So let's talk about the map real quick. And I'll kind of run through like what I'm going to do next. Um, I'll tell you the first thing I'm going to do is get the heck out of here. We'll see how that goes. I think because I just started the game and these guys just spawned, they maybe haven't really registered yet, like what that I'm not human and I'm here. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to take advantage of it and get the heck out of here because these guys are mean people to non-humans. So I'm going to go first of all and open up the map when you first start, and you're going to look around to see like, okay, where am I in the continent? This is the continent of Kenshi, and you're going to want to decide where you want to go. Now, I think I know where I want to go. I could go anywhere. There's lots of things you can do. I'm going to go to a specific location because there's a character that I don't know. I just like to recruit. And so I'm going to, and it's kind of in a very, I'm sort of close to the location as I'm just going to say it's up here. So I'm not close. It's pretty far, but this is a pretty far distance, but I'm closer than I would have been. Like normally you start down in this location around here. So it's close. I'm quite a bit. I'm like halfway there from down here. So that's cool. So since I'm up there, there's a character I'm going to go try to recruit. It's a unique character. I don't know why. I just like to recruit that person. It's kind of fun. I'll walk through that when I get there. But you wanted to, I think that's what I'm going to do. You can just look around not knowing Kenshi. You just be like, okay, I'll just go wander around. A good place to go if you, since you don't know the game, you might want to say, hey, there's a town I see. Let's go there, and see what it is. That's a great way to start. I know what this town is. It's a great place to go. I'll probably go there later. I don't really have a reason to go there now because I kind of know what I want to do. But if you're exploring and want to go around, just go here. A great place to recruit people is going to be in bars in towns. There's a few things you can get there. You can get hire mercenaries to protect you. You can uh, find characters to recruit and things like that. So the first thing about the map, I won't go into detail about what's what entirely because that's just going to kind of get uncovered as I play. So if you're playing your own game, you can go and find where stuff is. But this is the continent. The only thing I will give you as a tip, I'm going to say this is kind of a generality because nowhere in Kenshi is it not hostile. It's pretty hostile unless you're in the Holy Nation, which is this area, basically right here, and you're human. If you're human and in the Holy Nation and the Holy Nation doesn't hate you, then this is fairly safe area to be. There's pretty much the only enemies you'll run into are some animals which can be pretty dangerous, like dogs, wolves. They're called bone dogs. Those will those will hurt you pretty bad early game, but you can run away from them pretty easily. And I think there's like hungry bandits and some escaped servants that are not usually hostile towards you, but sometimes they are. So there's some people up here that are, and they're all pretty low levels. And so by low level, the good thing about low level people when you're low level is they won't hurt you as bad, so you're more likely to not go into recovery coma and get up. That's kind of just a quick gist of it. But what I will say, talking about the map and deciding where you want to go, if you go east, the more east, everything east tends to be more hostile. So this whole side of the map, and the more southeast you go, the more and more hostile it is. So northeast, yeah, so that's the best way. It's definitely hostile everywhere. Going this way, hostile as heck, especially entry level, low level characters. Here, hostile, uh, but not as dangerous as over here. Depending, okay, it depends. If you know what you're doing, this is less dangerous than over here. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's just as deadly to go anywhere. It's going to be dangerous everywhere. So first thing you're going to want to do is try to get to a town probably and find someone to recruit. The main reason is because if you have two people, it's more likely that you can heal each other and not die. So anyways, I'm going to tell this character, we're going to see if we can get out of here. I'm going to tell this character to run. to here. And just because I know that's where I want to go eventually, then I can click on the map, or I can click, like you saw before, I think I can click anywhere out on, in my view and say, hey, go over here. Or I can click on the map and say, go here. Sometimes this gets a little weird and the pathing doesn't take them all the way there. So just to pay attention to whether they keep moving or they start moving or not. But that's where I want to go. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to click go and I'm going to see if he gets out of here without anybody getting mad at him. Yeah, okay. I guess they're cool. I never really, I don't hang out in the Holy Nation territory that often. Um, before they hate me anyway, so I'm always just used to them like attacking me on site in general. So it is what it is, but we got out of there. So anyways, I'm going to run there. If something interesting happens on the way, I will let you know. I'm just going to run. Actually, I'll show you one other thing, one tip. I'm going to sneak there. Now, it's going to take a lot longer, and I'm not going to be very sneaky because it's bright daylight out, but you can see that my sneak skill is increasing because there's somewhere nearby. Now, if it totally stops, that means no one's around and maybe I should start running to get moving faster. But the higher your sneak skill is, the faster you can also move while you're sneaking. So I consider this important because being able to run away from things and being able to sneak past things that are very dangerous to you is very important in Kenshi. So the name of the game early game is survive. Survive, survive, survive. Don't be Rambo. You're not going to live. You will not live if you're Rambo. Rambo will die. But we should have named him Rambo. But we want to be sneaky. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep moving, and I'm gonna run this on fast mode. So I'm gonna turn it fast so it doesn't take as long. But I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. But I'm gonna let this guy move and see how far across the map I can get without getting into any trouble. So far, so good. We're now in Okran's Valley. Anything that's Okran or Okran's, anything is Holy Nation territory. Just FYI. And you'll see things pop up at the bottom as you discover things. Don't be shy about pausing all the time either, but I'll just pull that up. You'll see different different outposts and towns and things like that will start showing up in the map as I get close enough to like basically the character is seeing it on the horizon or whatnot. Take a minute to point this out. So you saw before when I was sneaking, it was a blue eyeball, and then you have the sun here. This shows how much brightness you're exposed or light you're exposed to. Um, it just turned yellow, and when it changes color to yellow, that means someone's nearby and potentially going to see you. And you'll see an arrow pointing because sometimes it's hard to see stuff moving on the map. So if I hit play, oh yes, I see there's movement over here. Who is it? Let's go zoom in. We can go see. Okay, these are samurai conscript. So right now at this point in the game, these guys are part of the United Cities. These are the enemies of the Holy Nation. So there's three factions: United Cities, Czech Kingdom, and the Holy Nation. Three major factions and a lot of minor factions. These guys are going to be usually not hostile towards me. Out here, they're basically the area of the map that I'm in, just so you know, or if you care, or that I'm venturing into right now. This is kind of like the divider between the Holy Nation and the United Cities out here in the Great Desert. And there's a lot of combat. There's a lot of like platoons or whatnot patrolling the area of both of those factions, and they will fight and things like that out here. So this could be a good opportunity if I see them getting into a fight. You have to be a little bit careful, but it could be a good opportunity to get like a better weapon. If I see someone fallen, I could loot them. Probably not going to do that. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going, but that's kind of how the sneak thing works, and how you can if you're about to get spotted. Uh, yeah, it'll let you know if you're about to get spotted, so you have an idea. And you'll see different things. So things will come up on the map and you'll say, oh, okay, let's go see what's over there. I kind of know this part of the map. There's a lot of broken buildings. This used to be like a kind of a civilized or settled area, and now it's just kind of like a wasteland from ancient wars. There's some buildings over here though, so um, sometimes you can find things that are like laying around or whatnot, and the way you can do that is I'll show you when I get there, but I'm gonna go over there just since I'm passing it and see if I find anything over there that could be useful to me, either to sell or maybe I can find a med kit or something like that. Sometimes you'll find things out in the wild. I'll point out real quick too, like I was walking and like I said, it turns yellow when someone's about to see you. I think when it's red, it means they are seeing you. Um, but they aren't attacking me or anything yet. They haven't noticed me enough to want to come attack me. But that's just what this indicator is. Blue is you're not seeing, yellow you're about to be seen, red I think they pretty much see you. Okay, so now I'm got over to here. What I wanted to show you, I want to pause it. If you, anytime you're near like broken buildings or inside a building or anything like that, you can hold the Alt key. You can obviously zoom in also, and like there's some people over here. Let's see who are these? Okay, they're just some people hanging out by a campfire. This guy has, oh, he's an outlaw farmer. He's got a bounty. So these are people you could try to KO. This is how you KO people, by the way. You got go on the sneak. It'll show a fist, and you can see the percentage chance to go knock someone out. I'm not going to do that right now, but yeah, I see some stuff. You can zoom in and kind of see stuff, but it's easier just to like I'm zoomed out. I can be like, oh, okay, there's some stuff over there. None of that's useful to me. I don't care about it. I don't want to collect a bunch of junk and carry it around, so I'm gonna go over. This is a building. I'm gonna go see what's in there and find out. So you can see, I just right click on the door since it's closed and tell them to open it. I think since it's not locked, I could just tell them to go here and he'll automatically go in. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he's gonna break down the door. So it's not locked, so we just walk in there. We don't need to get crazy about it. Okay, there's a guy in here. I don't know. He might attack me. I don't see anything useful here, to be honest. I'm gonna see if I can steal the stuff out of here. If not, we'll just run away. Okay, there's nothing in there. This is what you do, by the way. Just right click things and click on it. The one thing I will point out that's kind of useful is I might be able to sleep in these beds. A lot of beds that aren't yours, you really can't sleep in, but a lot of times sleeping bags and like ruins and things like that or enemy camps you can sleep in. So not that I need to sleep. You only need to sleep if you get hurt and you need to heal up. Okay, there's steel bars. Um, that's kind of a heavy item, but they're kind of valuable for at least to my character at this early stage. It could help him get some money when he gets them to town. So I'll grab it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not worth a lot, but I could sell it. It didn't encumber me at all, so just carrying that one item. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'll move out again. Again, I'm trying to just move to, it took me a while to get here. I moved from here to here, and I want to get all the way to here. So I'm maybe like a third of the way there, something like that. All right. Another thing I'll point out, just because it's happening right now, you'll see there's like this is basically combat indicators that people are getting hurt. And these are telling me they're white, so that means they're not. It'd be red if it was my allies or my people getting hurt. It would be green if it was my enemies getting hurt, but it's white, so it's like neutral to whoever's fighting, which happens to be the Holy Nation and probably Samurai. Yeah, Samurai from the United Cities and Holy Nation. Like I said, this is kind of a war zone. So that's what's going on over there. So if you see that in the distance, sometimes that could be like, oh, cool, something's going on. What's going on there? Maybe it could be some people fighting an animal. Maybe they could kill, especially early on. It's all about scavenging and survival. To at least that's how I kind of approach it for safety reasons. You might be able to say, oh, there might be somebody to loot that fell in battle, and or there could be like an animal and you could get some food from it. Now, you do have to be careful looting if people from a from that faction see you looting, they're going to get mad at you and attack you, or you'll get a bounty on your head for doing so. So you have to be careful about doing that. But it is one way you can get some, at least like maybe a better weapon or maybe some gear like a piece of armor. Although that you also have to be careful about because you don't want to be wearing other people's uniforms. So they get mad at you about that um, as well. So, anyways, we're gonna keep moving here. This is another thing I'll point out. So I just happened to be walking by and saw some other characters here. If you notice, if you mouse over someone and they're red, that means they're hostile towards you. Um, uh, Other people that are white can become hostile towards you, but these guys are just hostile off the bat. So these are cannibals. Bad news. They like to eat you. They'll cook you up alive and eat you. So you want to stay away from those guys until you're a little bit stronger or have more people so you can actually fight them and win and not get eaten. Okay, so I did find there's another little town in this, it's a ravaged town called Bast. And I came here because I thought there might be some buildings or something useful. So I'll go see. We'll find out. I'll go in these buildings, search them. I'll let you know if I find anything. Let's run over here. So I do see something here. I see some chainmail sheets on the floor. I'm going to grab that because you'll see you can mouse over things and see that that's pretty valuable. So more money than I have now. Um, Recruiting characters typically cost around 3,000 cats just to get like a baseline base character. So there's some characters you can get for free, which I'm going to try to do. But anyways, that gives you an idea. That's a decent amount of money. It's not a lot, but that's a fairly high value item that you can find laying around. It is a little heavy, doesn't encumber me yet, so I'll take it. And then I'm just going to go search these different little boxes and see. That's kind of I'll take it for now because I'm poor and I need things. I'm probably starting to get heavy, but I'll go ahead and take it. I might drop it if my encumbrance gets too high. What else do we have? Let's go run over here. Hey, a splint. That's good to have. It doesn't heal you, but it is good if your legs get broken. So I'm going to take it. It helps you walk better. I'll take that for the moment. I think I'm going to drop some of this stuff, but I'm just collecting what. Sometimes I'll collect just like looks sort of useful, and then decide what I actually want to keep with me. So yeah, nothing good here. Nothing good there. I think there might have been another building in here. Uh, maybe, maybe not. These are all broken buildings. I don't. Oh, I saw something very useful though. That is very cool. Oh, here's one over here. Let's go search this one, and I'll let you know if I find anything. I won't bore you with making me watch that. I'll show you if I find anything useful. Okay, so I didn't find anything else useful in there. Some people living in there, some vagrants or whatnot, but they're not hostile toward me, so they're totally cool. What I found was useful. I didn't realize this was here. I mean, these are prisoner cages. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to look for one that has because I might get myself in a pickle and not be able to get myself out of it. But see, I'm clicking on them to see the lock level, lock complexity, and I want to pick the one that has the lowest complexity so I can, that one's 33, 34, 48. Okay, 33. This one's 33. We'll pick this one back here since it's farther from the front of this area in case someone's scary or mean, like cannibals come in here while I'm in the cage. But this is what I'm going to do. This is kind of like just a bonus thing I wasn't planning on, but let's go jump in there and see if I can pick. Yes, so as long as you have at least a 9% chance of picking a lock, or I'm sorry, this one I can pick because I have 9%. If you have you have to have at least 5% chance to pick it. If it says 4, 2%, you're not going to, it's going to say he isn't skilled enough. But I can pick this one, so I'm going to pick it. And this is kind of a gamey way and grindy thing to do, but this is easier and faster to get your lock picking skill up than using a training device, which we'll probably encounter those later and I'll show those to you. But this is basically what I'm going to do is just sit here. I'm going to run it on fast, let him pick this over and over again. Let's see his skill, a chance to pick it keeps going up because um, his skill is going up, and you can see that here. See, every time he fails to do it, it goes up a little bit. So he's getting lock picking skill by trying to get himself out of here And when he gets himself out, I'll just get back in the cage again and pick it over and over again until his skill is basically I could game this and get this all the way up to where his pick skill for this particular cage is 90%. And then I could go pick one like this one's level 48, this one's 40. I could go up to a higher level. I could find these are higher level cages. So a lot of times the way I get a character skill up would be by getting arrested and put in jail and doing this over and over again. But because I'm gonna go into sneak mode, by the way, so I know someone's coming and sees me, um, and might be trying to attack me like cannibals. But this is just a good way to get your lockpicking skill up. You can do this from jail, but because these cages are just sitting out here in the open, heck, I'll do it because I'm going to need that skill later if I want to get into treasure chests, basically when I'm treasure hunting. So this is a really good skill to get up, and it's a little bit pain. See, I finally picked it. I'll escape, and then I'll say get in, and I'll tell him to escape again. If you tell him to pick lock, he'll just pick the lock and stand in the cage, which might be what you want to do while you're in jail because you don't want to get caught for getting out of your cage, and then wait till no one's around and then get out and get back in. But if you tell him to actually escape, he'll once he picks it, he'll jump out. It just makes it faster to just go back. So I'll just do this and get his pick skill up, and then I'll continue on my journey. So I'll end this here. That's just a quick tip about how to get your lockpick skill up that just happened to come along and fall into our lap. So let's just go for it.